the merchant who sold without cheating. They called him the fool of the market. While others counted profit, he counted honesty. While others gained coins, he gained trust. And when the great drought came, when shops closed, fortunes vanished, and even kings begged for grain, only one man's name was worth more than gold. This is the story of Amin the merchant, the man who refused to cheat and became the richest man in the kingdom. In the bustling desert city of Silver Sands, merchants shouted like crows at sunrise. Spices, fabrics, gems, everything glittered. But not all that glittered was pure. Every deal was a game of deception. Weights were rigged. Silk was mixed with cotton. Water was poured into milk. And if you called someone dishonest, they'd laugh and say, "That's business, my friend." Amid this chaos stood Amin, a quiet man with a small wooden stall. He sold simple things: dates, honey, and cloth. He was not the loudest. He was not the richest. But every person who bought from him walked away saying, "Amin never cheats." One afternoon, a wealthy trader named Zahran stopped by. He smirked at Amin's modest stall and said, "You'll never be rich selling honey this pure. Add water and double your profit." Amin smiled. "Water adds weight, not worth." Zahran laughed. "Worth? Worth doesn't feed families. Gold does." That night, Amin couldn't sleep. His neighbor had just bought a new house. His cousin had purchased a camel. He thought, maybe they're right. Maybe being too honest is just another kind of foolishness. But as he closed his eyes, he remembered his father's words. "My son, your name is your first fortune. Lose that, and you lose everything." Weeks later, a nobleman arrived in Silver Sands. He wanted 1,000 jars of honey for the royal banquet. It was the biggest order Amin had ever received. Other merchants heard about it and rushed to undercut him. They mixed their honey with water to stretch the supply and offered a cheaper price. Amin's apprentice begged him, "Master, if we don't cheat, we'll lose the contract." Amin shook his head. "Better to lose a sale than lose your soul." He delivered pure honey golden, thick and sweet as truth itself. The nobleman took one taste, then frowned. Amin held his breath. "This," the nobleman said, smiling, "is the taste of honesty." He ordered from Amin, and only Amin, from that day forward. Months later, disaster struck. A long drought turned Silver Sands into dust. Supplies vanished, prices soared. The dishonest merchants panicked. Their diluted honey spoiled. Their fake silks tore apart. Their reputations, once golden, turned to ash. But Amin's stall never emptied. People lined up at his door whispering, "If Amin sells it, it must be real." Even the nobleman sent guards with gold coins, asking Amin to supply the royal palace again. Amin's little wooden stall became a grand shop. His name opened doors his money never could. Years later, a young man entered Amin's grand shop and said, "Sir, I've heard stories of you since I was a boy. They say you never cheated anyone. Why?" Amin smiled gently and replied, "Because every lie steals a coin from your soul, and every truth earns you interest with heaven." He then pointed to the sign above his counter, hand-carved in wood. "Integrity is the currency of eternity." The young man bowed his head. In that moment, he understood. Amin's real wealth wasn't in gold. It was in his name. In life and business alike, every small act of integrity adds up, like coins quietly filling a jar. You may not see the fortune grow day by day, but one day, when storms come and markets fall, your name will be the only currency that never loses value. Protect your name like your net worth, because integrity, once spent, can never be earned back.